In 1950, a physicist named Enrico Fermi sat down to lunch with colleagues at Los Alamos and asked a question so simple it should have had a simple answer. He looked up at the sky and said, "If the universe is this vast, this old, this full of stars, where is everybody?" Nobody had an answer then. 75 years later, we still don't. But one answer has emerged from the silence that is far more disturbing than the question. The universe isn't empty. It's hiding. The Fermi Paradox is not a theory. It is a problem, and the problem is this. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. It contains an estimated 2 trillion galaxies. Within our galaxy alone, there are 400 billion stars, and the majority of them host planets. The mathematics of probability, even at the most conservative estimates, says that life should have emerged elsewhere. Many times, long before us. And yet, silence. 70 years of dedicated radio telescope searches, no confirmed signal, no contact, no evidence of anyone, anywhere, doing anything. The silence is so complete that scientists have given it a name, the Great Silence. And the question of why it exists has produced dozens of competing explanations, each one more unsettling than the last. Maybe intelligent life is extraordinarily rare. Maybe civilizations destroy themselves before they can reach us. Maybe we are genuinely alone in a universe so large that the nearest intelligent life is simply too far away for the signal to have arrived yet. These are the comfortable answers, the ones that let you sleep. The dark forest theory is not a comfortable answer. The dark forest theory comes from Chinese science fiction author Liu Cixin, but calling it fiction at this point is doing it a disservice because its logic is airtight. It begins with 2 axioms. 2 things that must be true of any intelligent civilization, anywhere in the universe. First, every civilization wants to survive. This is not an assumption. It is the precondition of existence. Any species that did not prioritize its own survival is not here to have this conversation. Second, resources in the universe are finite. Space is vast, but matter, energy, and viable planets are not unlimited. Civilizations that expand will eventually compete for the same things. From these 2 axioms flows a chain of logic that is almost impossible to break. If you encounter another civilization, you face an irreducible uncertainty. You cannot know their intentions, you cannot know their capabilities, and crucially, you cannot know how fast they are growing. A civilization that seems harmless today may be an existential threat in 100 years. You have no way of knowing, and they know you can't know, so they can't trust you either. This is what Liu Cixin called the chain of suspicion, and there is only one rational response to it. Strike first, completely, before they can. The universe under this theory is not a community waiting to be joined. It is a dark forest. Every civilization is a hunter moving silently between the trees. Revealing yourself, making noise, broadcasting signals, announcing your existence is the last mistake you ever make. Because something in that forest is always listening. And it does not wait to find out if you are friendly. Here is the part that should concern you. Between 1972 and 1977, humanity launched 4 spacecraft carrying physical information about who we are and where we live. The Pioneer plaques, the Voyager golden records, precise maps to Earth embedded in objects now traveling beyond our solar system. In 1974, we broadcast the Arasibo message, a deliberate radio signal aimed at a star cluster 25,000 light-years away, containing our location, our biology, and our mathematics. If the dark forest theory is correct, we have already made the last mistake. The signal is out there, it cannot be recalled. Whatever is in the forest has, or will have, everything it needs to find us. The only question is whether anything heard it, and whether it is already moving. Fermi's question assumed the universe was full of life waiting to be found. The dark forest answers it differently. The universe may be full of life, life that learned, long before us, that silence is the only survival strategy, life that is watching us announce ourselves to the cosmos and waiting to see what responds. We have been broadcasting for 50 years. The nearest stars are 4 light-years away. The maths is not encouraging. Look up at a clear sky tonight, count the stars, and ask yourself how many of them are looking back. I'll see you in the dark.